Traveling abroad is one of the best experiences a person can have. It is always exciting to organize a trip to a place you so desire to visit. And, nowadays, it has become very simple to plan all the holidays, knowing before you leave what to do, where to go, or which means of transport to take. But for many people, when they travel abroad, that feeling of uncertainty and fear may arise from the following question: how will I be able to be understood by others? This question can arise, especially if you don't speak and understand English well or don't speak the local language. We all know that the main language of communication is English, and if you're not a native English speaker and don't have much practice using it, you might have doubts about how you'll talk and ask. So to avoid feeling insecure and in doubt when traveling, you can follow these 5 strategies that will help you feel more secure and prepared before you leave and throughout the time you go on vacation. These strategies will allow you to communicate in almost every setting, from the hotel to the restaurant. You can already have the right knowledge to use on the trip before you leave and not feel stuck when you need it. Without going further, let's start with the first strategy. Traveling. Being able to travel is a great strategy if you want to learn directly and in a practical way. You will not have to speak your mother tongue, and you will therefore have to commit yourself to communicating in another language. This strategy can give you numerous benefits because you first have to overcome fear and shame. You don't have to worry if your pronunciation is good or if your grammar is perfect. Your goal is to make you understand. You are in a position to think about how to say things, what words to use, or what questions to ask. You must strive to remember everything you know about the language you are speaking and to memorize everything you are learning during the journey. In addition to talking, you listen. Listening is also a great way to learn because you will hear new vocabulary, grammar structure, and pronunciation of words. This way, you can put what you hear into practice and also speed up your learning. Second strategy. Take a language course or lesson. This strategy is very useful for those who have a little more time and are willing to follow a learning path. A language course can teach you the basics of a language, from the basic level to the more advanced level. Much depends on what you want. You might choose the right course to learn the basics, or if you already have a minimum knowledge of the language, you might opt for a higher level of knowledge. But if your goal is not to become super influential, basic knowledge of the language may already be enough to make you feel more prepared and confident when traveling. This is an investment that can be worthwhile. Let's go to the third strategy. Learn the most common words and questions. Learning common words and questions can make a big difference when you're going to communicate with someone. They are usually used every day and can be very useful when you are traveling. These are phrases such as, I booked a room by name, how much does it cost, can I get the bill? Where is the bathroom? Or simple words like, thank you, please, and sorry also help in communication as a form of education. You can write them down and memorize them before you travel by creating a list for the various situations. For example, you can create a set of phrases or questions to ask when you arrive at the hotel, when you are at the restaurant, or when you want to ask for the time or where the nearest bus stop is. Things about what you will do on the trip. This strategy can help you start the trip with less stress over what to say. Fourth strategy. Use a translation app. This strategy is almost obvious. Everyone travels with their smartphones, and any doubts we have, we can go to the internet to find the answer. This also applies when we want to communicate in another language. Several translation apps help you translate words and texts. Among the most popular apps, we can find Google Translate, iTranslate, or Microsoft Translator. You can use them for various situations, such as looking for the translation of the name of an item you want to buy and then going to ask. It depends on the situation you need the most. The final and fifth strategy. Mindset. This means that when you are traveling abroad, you must be mentally prepared to speak another language. You should not get stressed and upset with the idea of how you will communicate. You need to be calm and relaxed when you're going to talk to people. When you're talking, don't put pressure on yourself or get stuck on every single doubt. Your goal is to make yourself understand, so try to explain yourself in the easiest way possible, even using gestures if that is the case, and try to make an effort to understand what they are telling you. It will be a great way to learn in addition to interacting with people. So the next time you feel in doubt about how to communicate in another language, follow these 5 strategies to make your stay and your learning process much easier. You will be able to plan better and feel more confident before you leave. If you found this video useful, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe.